Hate requires an impetus, however false. People need false rationales to hate.
Do you believe President Trump is a racist?
Yeah, no question.
You've even said, let's stop asking the question if he's a racist.
Yeah.
You say he is.
I don't think that it's even a question.
I didn't see you directly at every opportunity taking on Donald Trump by name himself head on. You sort of implicitly took him on with your ideas and your programs, but they weren't personal fights with Donald Trump.
Personally attacking people is unhelpful. I think it adds to really just a buildup, this fever pitch in our politics that is just not sustainable. It's not sustainable.
I genuinely do not think of politics in the world in terms of enemies. I always think of things in terms of issues.
And we're going to have very difficult conversations about white supremacy, not just white supremacists in the United States. I know a lot of people that know someone in their family or have a friend that has been radicalized by this administration's rhetoric, and they feel like they've lost a family member. White supremacy and racist violence is a Pandora's box, but it's not as though I'm trying to stir up trouble without cause.
During her first run for Congress last year, Ocasio-Cortez suggested that the incumbent who held the seat didn't deserve to be in Congress because he was the wrong race. When he accused Ocasio-Cortez of making the election about race, she didn't run from it. Quote, "It is about race."
The president certainly didn't invent racism, but he's certainly given a voice to it and expanded it and created a platform for those things. The president is saying those things because it is in his interest to dehumanize his political opponents, to more easily stir up hatred towards them. And I'm not interested in drumming up hatred. I'm interested in winning hearts and minds.
Here was Ocasio-Cortez just last week in a public hearing explaining that actually global climate change is the fault of a specific racial group.
The people who are producing climate change, the folks that are responsible for the largest amount of emissions, or communities or corporations, they tend to be predominantly white, correct?
The people wrecking the world are all of one race? Who talks like that? It's possible that Ocasio-Cortez doesn't really know what she's saying.
But some people think you're not very smart.
They can keep thinking that.
Is that part of a grand plan here that you have?
Maybe she's just young and lacking wisdom and can't hear herself. The problem is that others can hear her clearly. Every time she encourages her followers to hate and distrust other people based on their race, some of them will. Please stop attacking people for the color of their skin. They can't change who they are, and neither can you. We all have to live here together anyway, and we won't be able to if you keep this up.